The Government of North Korea by Matthew Schaefer. North Korea, or as they call themselves, the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, is located in East Asia and is the northern part of the Korean peninsula. Its capital is Pyongyang and is bordered by China and Russia, and on its southern border is South Korea. The only thing that keeps North Korea from South Korea is the heavily fortified Korean Demilitarized Zone. But both North Korea and South Korea say they are the legitimate ruling government of the entire peninsula. North Korea is basically a despotic monarchy. It has one family that pretty much holds power over everything, but they keep the power through fear. North Korea claims to be a socialist state that holds general elections, though it is viewed by many that these elections are just for show and don't do anything for the actual election. The country has one political party, which is the Workers' Party of Korea, which is led by the ruling family. This party holds control over the state and nearly everything. Even with the title of Democratic People's Republic of Korea, North Korea's political system is a complete hereditary dictatorship. North Korea is seen as probably one of the worst places to live in the world. This is because how the government deals with its citizens. They have put severe restrictions on political and economic freedoms, and the entire population's daily life is highly monitored. The people also have restrictions on freedom of expression, movement, association, and they have to succumb to arbitrary detention, torture, and many things that result in death or execution. The State Security Department will apprehend and imprison anyone they come across who is accused of any kind of political crime without a trial. This includes Christians or people who critique the government at all. North Korea also has 6 large labor camps with over 2,000 prisoners who are forced to work in conditions similar to slavery. They also hold re-education camps for the people who deviate from the government's rules. In these camps, many things can happen, including torture, starvation, rape, murder, and medical experimentation. And people are persecuted based on their political and religious grounds. All of these reasons make North Korea a despotic government because of the fear that controls the people. People are scared that they will mess up or be arbitrarily detained for nothing and thrown in jail, and it creates this level of fear that no one wants to be detained and executed and put in these labor camps so no one messes up or tries to not mess up. And that's the motivation that makes people follow the government, as Montesquieu says, is the motivation of fear for that despotic government. I think Montesquieu's principles of what a government needs to succeed do very much work in our society. As you can see in North Korea, they're a despotic government and they need fear to survive, and they have fear in the people. And so they're still around and they're creating technological advancements, and the country's working because it has fear. And same with America and virtue, but we're starting to lose virtue, and so our country's kind of attacking itself in a little bit of a way. So I think the way he goes about explaining that does work in our society very much. One thing I find interesting about North Korea and their government is how big of a military they have and the advancements they're making. I think they just now got nuclear weapons and stuff like that, and they're making missile and everything enhancements, and I think it's 30% of the entire population of North Korea is in the military, which is kind of a scary thought, thinking of this country who wants to pretty much control everything and make them all part of their one-party system, having this massive military and this very small amount of space and this massive group of willing people who will follow the ruler's every word can be a little scary for the rest of the world.